I'm guessing if you've clicked this video, you're already familiar with Corbin, but for those who aren't, Corbin Smitzik, aka Corbin, is mostly, I would say, an experimental R&B singer from Baltimore, formerly known as Spooky Black, with his most well-known song being Without You back in 2014. Then in 2015, announcing his new name, Corbin, doing a collaborative project, Couch Potato, with his longtime friend Bobby Raps, then going mostly silent for 2 years until his debut album Mourn, which is a heart-wrenching experimental R&B project with tragic vocals filled with sad lyrics, which in total made a great project. Then again, mostly silence with a quiet drop of a project named More in 2016 and 2019, filled with guitar tracks, which I also enjoy, but I wouldn't count it as an album. So this album has been a long time coming, with a mostly silent 4 years before this album, and now here we are, Ghost with Skin, which it pains me to say, in my opinion, a quite disappointing album. With a total runtime of 48 minutes and 16 tracks. This album is mostly guitar-filled R&B tracks. This project to me was disappointing as he's not doing anything new here, and after listening to this project a few times, I find it hard to differentiate the tracks from each other as they're all so similar, a complete turnaround from his album Mourn, which every song is its own, and felt like there was time and effort put in. Now, I'm not saying there wasn't effort put into this project, but after 4 years, I was expecting something more than what we got. There's still a lot of pain in this album with its lyrics, but I also found myself cringing to some of the lyrics, such as "When you're away, I'm always faded like Casper," "Disappearing act, my hocus pocus," "Crying yeah, I shit in the bed that we used to sleep in." Now, I got these lyrics off of Genius, so I hope they're wrong. I hope that shit line definitely is, but this whole album he's just singing about troubled love with a girl and how sad he is, which again in Mourn he tackles more taboo subjects, singing about in one of my favourite tracks by him, Revenge Song, which he sings about the pain of finding out your significant other was sexually abused as a child and then finding and killing the man who did it, which is a complete contrast to this album. I feel this album is to cater to his new listeners, such as the people who discovered him from his Kid Laroi track, which I did enjoy a lot, and a song which was supposed to come out on Octavian's album, which I also enjoyed, which was then scrapped for reasons I don't want to get into on here. But this album was a whole lot of nothing to me, as his vocals were lackluster, the thing that I love most about Corbin. He tried at some points to do a whinier voice, which didn't really suit my taste, and other than that, all his other vocals were the same. I could go into every track, but quite frankly, I'm not bothered and don't see much point to, but I'll name some of my favourite tracks and my least favourite tracks. My favourite tracks were Control Alt Delete, Diazepam and Wacko, with my least favourite being I Don't Care, Foul Taste and Don't Give Up. But all in all, this album wasn't terrible or bad, just disappointing, as I hope you and me know Corbin can do a whole lot better.